Hello, Shady people. My name is Allie, and I'm here to bring you your monthly tarot forecast for the month of March 2019. But first, I just want to mention that I will be doing in-person readings at Capital City Comic-Con later this month. I believe it's March 22nd to 24th. I'll be doing my pop culture tarot readings. I will also have some of my artwork there, but they have put a lot of restrictions on what merchandise I am allowed to bring, so I won't have my usual selection or display with me. If there's a product that you were hoping to buy from me the next time you see me and you want to come to this event, make sure you contact me ahead of time so that I can bring it with me and I'll have it hidden under the table and we can do some secret black mark deal. Almost all of my best-selling products are considered contraband at this event. It's so weird, don't ask me why. So we'll need to be a little bit sneaky. I will have my prints, my greeting cards, and my bookmarks on display. Those are products I know that I'm allowed to bring and sell at the event, so no problem there. But right now, those are the only products I know for sure I am allowed to display and sell. Otherwise, readings will be my main focus of the event. If you want to book a time with me, again, contact me for that as well. I will reserve a spot for you. You can reach out to me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or shoot me an old-fashioned email to confirm your time slot. So let's get into the reading for March. This month I'm using my DC Justice League tarot deck for some superhero inspiration this month, and I have already pulled the cards. So card number 1 is the 8 of Wands with the Flash, which means things are going to be moving really fast this month. They're going to be taking a sudden change of course. There might be abrupt changes in the wind or situations where you have to make some quick decisions, and these situations might throw some of us for a bit of a loop. So that's coming up this month, so prepare yourselves. The second card I pulled is the 10 of Swords reversed, with Captain Boomerang here as the representative for the 10 of Swords. So what this says to me is that something from our past is going to rear its ugly head again. Something that you thought was over or done with and behind you is going to come back with all of its old feelings and rehash some fears, and maybe some unfinished business is coming back to say, hey, it's time that we wrap this up, it's time that we deal with this. Often when a card comes up in reverse, it's a sign that you haven't, or we haven't, whoever the reading is for, hasn't learned the lesson from the previous card in the deck sequence. And lo and behold, card number 3 is the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords energy is coming up really strong this month, so we got to pay really close attention. And in the 9 of Swords here, we have the Scarecrow who's got his hands on Robin, and the Scarecrow's MO, if you will, was to play on people's fears. So here we have, in the background, Robin's looking pretty distraught, and we see this vision of his parents, who are circus performers, trapeze artists, falling to their death, and there's a graveyard kind of just right over his shoulders there. So he's reliving that moment of when he became an orphan, and it's pretty unpleasant. So we're playing on people's fears. We're gonna be scared this month, and I don't want to sound all doom and gloom. I'm gonna do my best to make this into something positive happening this month. So let's just go through the whole story of the cards. The story that I see playing out here is that something unexpected, probably unwanted, is going to show up totally unannounced, unexpectedly, and kind of like smack us in the face and say, hey, I'm back, we got to deal with this. But rather than complaining or focusing on all the negative things about it, how I want you to look at this is see this as a second chance or an opportunity to overcome the fears that held us back in the past. The challenging part is dealing with the emotions that are going to resurface as a result, because it's like you're being taken back. You've been through this once before. No way do you want to do it again, because last time it didn't work out so well or didn't pan out so well. So no wonder you're feeling scared or apprehensive. That's totally understandable. But now you're being confronted by it, so you've got to face it and push through the fear. And by doing this, you're going to have this beautiful opportunity to prove to yourself that you are capable of so much more than you thought you were due to your past experiences. And I just want to point out here, because we have Captain Boomerang sitting in the center as our challenger card this month. And remember, he's a pretty unreliable and cowardly kind of guy. Like, he would always duck and run when anything went unexpected or didn't go his way, or he'd just freak out and abandon ship and leave everybody else to, fight the battle. Even among, his fellow villains, he was totally unreliable and, a coward. So we don't want to be like Captain Boomerang. We don't want to make the same mistakes as in the past. And maybe last time there were no mistakes. Maybe it was just the timing was wrong. The timing was bad. It wasn't the right time. That's why it didn't work out. But this time around, if you can push through, it's going to turn out different. It's going to turn out better. So show courage, push through the fear, and the result is going to be amazing. And you're going to look back and be so grateful that this thing happened to you, because you're going to feel so much better about yourself. Your confidence is going to grow, and and any wounds from the past are now going to be healed. So you're going to have that relief, that burden lifted off your shoulders. Okay, as usual, I have drawn a card from the Good Tarot as an affirmation for the month of March. This month I drew transformation. So it's very fitting. It adds a little bit of extra insight to what's going on this month. So let me read the affirmation for you. Nothing remains the same, and I need to accept that life evolves through cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. Now is a time of transition as things are changing from one form to another. So remember the flash, things are going to change. There's going to be a change in direction. Things are going to come maybe unexpectedly, throw us for a bit of a loop, but we don't want to resist this change. It's going to be scary. It may be unpleasant, but I'll keep going. I need to allow this to happen for the highest good. I am called to let go of the old so I can welcome the new. It's all going to be good. It's going to seem a little scary. You're going to be apprehensive and worried. Go with the flow, embrace the change, be courageous, and it'll all work out. And you're going to be amazed at how much better you feel at the end of the month than maybe in the middle. It'll be a bit of a roller coaster, but it's all going to work out. Okay. So that is the monthly tarot forecast for the month of March. If you can make it, I hope to see you in Victoria at the Capital City Comic-Con, where you'll have a chance to gaze into my crystal Pokeball and get advice on how to be at one with the Force to fulfill your destiny. I will have all of my pop culture decks, like my Game of Thrones, my Justice League, my Harry Potter deck, so that you can choose your custom geeky fortune-telling experience. So until then, guys, stay shiny and keep sparkling.